Today's story, we're talking about baseball. It's all about the baseball. That's why I'm wearing what is this? Golden Eyes. Winnipeg Golden Eyes. Go Golden Eyes! I don't know what league they're in. But it's not about me playing baseball. It's not about me going to watch baseball. It's about my son. I guess I was going to watch my son play baseball. My youngest son, Hunter, played baseball.
We don't talk about it much.
Summer ball. So he played spring ball, and then summer ball is kind of like, I guess in the States it'd be like travel teams, the elite guys or whatever. So he played some summer ball and good teams. I mean, they won provincials, which is like state championships, like 3 years, that same team. But it was exciting, and I loved going in the early years. I mean, my son's, he's left-handed. So that was weird. I had to teach him how to throw. When he was little, I was teaching him how to throw, and he's left-handed, and I was trying to show him from his, so he knows from left-handed how it looks. So I was like, yeah. So with the left hand, you kind of just go back and you just do that. I couldn't. So it's just nice and easy for him. So, but it must have worked out because he was the starting pitcher on the girls' team.
Plus, is this how you really want it to go?
I'm kidding. Oh, come on, you guys. He was also a switch hitter. And here's the thing about him being a switch hitter. I totally mismanaged this whole thing. When he was little, and I just put a bat in his hand, and I'm tossing the ball to him, and I'm like, just which way feels more comfortable, right? As everyone does. And so he'd get in there and he'd swing away, and I was like, well, okay, go to the other side and hit from there. And okay, here we go. Toss him the ball again, and he'd just be like, the same swing. So I was like, well, which one feels more comfortable? And he was like, they feel exactly the same. So I was like, I got a switch hitter.
The big leagues.
But he was a switch hitter for sure. He just couldn't hit either way, I guess is the...
Not to throw anyone under the bus, but...
No, it wasn't that bad, but I didn't manage it properly. I don't know how to. I probably should just ask somebody. But I was just trying to make sure he wouldn't lose one of them. So I was always like, don't just do reps one way. Make sure you're getting lots of hitting reps both ways, so that you're. And I think he just got half reps. Then, like, he didn't double up his workload. He just was like, oh, okay. So I think I screwed that up, but it was funny because all the coaches would be like, well, no, he's not a switch hitter. Here. And they pitch to him, and then he'd hit one way. Okay, yeah, no, he's definitely right-handed hitter. Oh, okay. And then the very next coach that I'd get, well, he can't be both. And then he pitched to him. Oh, he's definitely stronger left. He's a left-handed hitter. And they would be switching. Like every year the coach would say something different. It's like, dude, he's a switch hitter. It's exactly the same swing. Maybe help him.
You sound bitter.
So 3 provincials. They even went to nationals one time. So the best team in the province, because they won provincials a bunch of years and they won again. Then they grabbed 6 all-stars from the same province and they put them on the same team. Then they go to nationals, so that it's he was a good baseball player, very good baseball player. But these guys were all excellent.
And not everyone can be as strong as you've been.
So I don't want to brag about my son, but just so you know, when he went to nationals, and they got the silver medal, so they finished second. But my son at nationals, he batted 1,000. What? What do you mean? Do you mean he was batting over 500? No, I mean he batted 1,000. Yeah. Every time at bat, he got a base hit. I don't want to, sure. There were only 3 games in the whole of nationals because it was just built that way till you get to the finals. Sure, there's 3 games, but he batted 1,000. Okay, and sure, fine. He only got into one of those games. It's fine, but he batted 1,000 at nationals. Sure. He only had 1 at bat, but he hit the ball. Okay, he batted 1,000. Sure, it was 1 at bat, but it probably could have got called an error as opposed to a base hit. It was pretty weak, but it wasn't. It was called a hit, and he batted 1,000. Okay, so don't take away from my son's victory.
I don't even know what to say.
I feel bad now. He's gonna watch this and be like, "You're such a jerk, Dad." I was good. He was very good. He was very good. He made the elite team every year and they won the provincials every year. Went to nationals. Okay, he's a good baseball player, and he batted 1,000. I got kicked out of a game one time as a parent. Here we go, girls. I wasn't that parent though. I wasn't the parent that was all like, you know, like I was actually at a game one time, and I feel bad for this ump. It's like 13 or 14 years old because they're little kids, and this one parent is just every call. Oh, walk! That was a strike. Her son was pitching, right? She was getting so mad. Finally, he stops. This 13-year-old to have the confidence to do this. I was pretty impressed. He turned around and he looked at the fence and he's like, "Okay, who said that?" And you saw every parent just go. Like his 13-year-old is scolding us. He's like, "I'm not going to put up with that today." So who said that? Because if I hear you say anything else, you're gone.
He's got more guts than you think.
But anyways, he handled it really well. But I was at this other game, and there was an ump there. And listen, I appreciate everybody who volunteers, and if you're umping, you're getting paid a little bit, but you're still doing it for the love of the game and stuff. So I appreciate all the work coaches, everybody puts in for these kids to be able to do. But this guy was a jerk, this one ump. There hasn't been a game that I haven't thrown somebody out all year. Like he was bragging about it. Oh, wow, hey, that's great. Great news. At least we know that the kids are going to have a great time today. Because that's what we're all here for, the kids. And making sure somebody gets tossed. Like he was there for the wrong reasons is what I'm saying.
He sounds like an idiot.
Also, he hated our coach. Our coach is a super nice guy. And knowledgeable about baseball. He'd been drafted and humble, nice guy. But Blue hated him. Just hated him. And he so much so that he knew what was his son. And he would call him out when stuff that was clearly safe. And you're like, what? It's like he's trying to egg him on. Right? Like, oh, see if I can get coach mad and I can kick him out. Honestly, that's how bad this guy was. And we were playing a game, and this was spring league. So this wasn't even the travel team. This wasn't even the summer ball. So I didn't even care. Like, I'm not even, it's like, it is what it is. Because it can drop off in spring league. If you've played summer ball, then you get back to spring league, you're like, oh my goodness, this is horrible.
You're talking about my son here.
Got to the game, went to the other side, was talking to some of the other parents on the other team because, you know, a couple of their kids had played summer ball. And, okay, we'll talk to you later. Having a great time. Sitting there joking with our side. And all our coach said, there was one pitch that was, it was pretty off. I mean, you know, the calls were what they were. And our coach was like, oh, come on. That wasn't even close, Blue. And he just said, "You're out." Just kicked him out. Just like that. It was like no warning. No, I'm angry. He was just like, "I've been wanting to kick you out." And that's when I got mad. I was like, well, that's not right.
You have a problem with authority.
And then they yelled up to me in the stands, "Hey, Leland," because they had to switch around and go, coach third base. "Leland, can you coach first base for us?" And to be honest with you, I didn't really want to coach first base because I don't want the pressure, right? I hate those things where I'm making judgment calls. Like, "Oh yeah, no, definitely second. You got this. This is a double all the way." "Oh, we got thrown out." "Oh, sorry, buddy." Especially when they were younger. "Oh, he's crying." No, that's totally on me. I'm sorry about that. So I don't want to do it anyway. And he was being a jerk. So I was like, yeah, but if I coach first base, who's going to tell Blue what an idiot he is?
I'm not sure you're a good person.
And he just turned around and he's like, "You're out of here." And I was like, fair enough. I agree with your call. And so everyone was like, what just happened? The other parents didn't even know. And I walked off and I was just walking away. One of the other parents was just getting there. He was like, what's going on? And I'm like, yeah, we're doing great. We're winning. Game's going great. And he's like, "Okay, you taking off?" "Yeah, I'll come back at the end of the game." And he's like, "Oh, okay, cool." I guess he got to the thing and he got to the stands and heard I got kicked out. And he was like, "What, Leland?" He was not mad at all. It's like, no, I'm not. Totally not mad. The other team heard about it and they're like, what? What did he do? It was because I said Blue's being an idiot.
Can you find me a different ending to your story?
I wish my son would have kept playing. He stopped playing after a while. I think he got kind of burnt out a little too much baseball. You know, when you put these kids through too much. Like, come on, 2-a-days, let's go. Get to the gym. After a while, they're like, I think I'd rather play video games. Okay, well, get up there. Put your 10,000 hours in. Play video games. I've been trying to do that with video games. Like, come on, keep playing. Get up there and play. And he's like, cool, every time. So I can't. I'm trying reverse psychology with the video games, and it's not working. Anyways, subscribe. Tell other people about these videos. Tell them to subscribe. Hit the notification bell to get notifications via electronic bell to let you know when I'm doing more videos. And we'll catch you next time.